Hey guys, it's me, the Happy Cultivator, and I've had a request for a dirt video, and it just so happens that I'm ready to make up some dirt for a raised bed that I have. So this is a good mix that you could use in a no-till system, and you can use it in containers outdoors, and I even use it in my containers indoors, but you do have to be a little bit careful as it is a living soil. So with this, let me get to mixing.
First of all, we have some peat moss here. Then we have some all-natural garden soil, which is basically store-bought compost. We have some perlite to air out the mix, which does make it a little bit more usable for the indoors. I have some homemade compost here, and then a little raised bed potting mix. So let's get to mixing.
All right, now that I've told you what we're putting in it, let's go ahead and get this stuff mixed up. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and throw this whole bag of raised bed and potting mix. And you could put down a tarp or some cardboard or something, but I am going to leave some of this behind because this area was under construction and I need to make it fertile too. Next thing I'm going to do is add in this third of a bag of perlite. Alright, so the next thing is I'm going to dump in my homemade compost. And with the compost, as much as you can afford, next thing I'm going to do is dump out this whole 3 cubic feet of garden soil. And like I said, this is basically just store-bought compost. And now I'm just going to dump in enough peat moss to give it a nice loose consistency, break up some of these clumps, and that's what the perlite helps with too. I'm going to go ahead and dump in about half a bag. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do is come in here with your garden fork and just stir this up until it's a nice, good mix. I like to pull from the bottom up.
So there you guys go. That's how you make yourself a ton of premium potting mix for about $35 US. So go ahead, get yourself a bag of garden soil, bag of peat moss, some perlite, and one bag of raised bed potting mix, and you'll be good to go. I haven't added any amendments to this as of yet. It's got plenty of nutrients in it as is. You could use it as is, but I will amend it after I put it into its beds, or I might use it in a couple of containers too, and I'll go ahead and I'll put my amendments there, because you want your amendments within the first 3 inches of your soil. With that, guys, keep happy, stay stoned, and urban garden.